So a lot of people just starting out in email marketing aren't quite sure how to onboard new subscribers. So in this video I'm going to show you what I do inside my version of Kit, which is a email marketing platform that I use in my business. So I'm going to walk through this diagram here. So to start with, the first thing I do is I'll have an entry point for every subscriber to join my subscriber list. Now there's multiple entry points. I'm just giving you one as an example here. So let's say someone downloads one of my lead magnets. So let's say it's the email marketer starter guide, how to get started in email marketing. They will download that guide. This in here is the entry point inside the automation in Kit. So they'll join the automation. You can have up to five entry points at the top of the automation if you want to. In this example, I'm just showing you one. So they come in. First thing I do is I'll set a tag. I'll set a flag inside their profile to say, don't disturb them. In other words, what I'm doing is I'm preventing them from receiving any other emails other than the ones that are relevant to what they've asked for. So if they've asked for the starter guide on email marketing, I only want to send them content about that. Okay, so I'm switching this this tag on to say, don't send them any other emails than what I'm just about to send them. I then drop them into a sequence that's relevant to, I call it here the lead magnet sequence, so it's relevant to what they've asked for. So if they've asked about the starter guide, I'm going to send them content, drip feed them emails every day or every other day that's helping them understand email marketing and helping them get up to speed and how they can set their system up. So that's automatically happening. Inside there, the first thing I start with is a question. So I collect what's known as zero-party data. That's data that's straight from the subscribers. So I'll ask them when they join my email list, what's your biggest challenge at the moment inside your business? And I'll typically give them three options. And depending on which option or which option they choose as their biggest challenge. So let's say the first challenge is I just don't know where to start. The second one could be the technology. I'm confused by the technology. I need help with that. Or the third one is I'm doing email marketing, but I don't have a strategy. So that might be their biggest challenge. So whichever one they choose, I'll then I'll save that to their profile so that I know what their biggest challenge is right now. So I do that. When we drop out of that sequence, it then drops into this, what I refer to as the lead magnet offer sequence. So I'll make them a soft offer that's around the problem that they arrive with. So if they want to get started, I might offer them a low cost, self-study digital course that helps them get up to speed with it. It's not a hard sale. It's just oh, by the way, if you do want more help, there's this thing here, kind of thing. It's not a hard sale I make. It's just to make them aware that is there if it's something they're interested in. If they're not, absolutely fine. We move on. So I'll then drip feed out the rest of the emails in that sequence, which, like I say, are helping them understand how to overcome that challenge or problem they have in their business right now. Once that's happened, that might be like, let's say, a week, maybe even 2 weeks later, depending how long the sequence is and what the challenges they turned up with. I'll then move them into a general welcome sequence. And the way that Kit works is that you can set your sequences up so that your subscribers only ever receive them once. So if someone's already been through my welcome sequence, they won't go through it again. So the first time they arrive on my list, I'll send them out a welcome sequence. Now, what that welcome sequence tends to be is it's just me explaining who I am, what I do to help other people, what they can expect as being a subscriber on my email list. So I'll say to them, you're going to get emails sent out probably once or twice a week. If you find that it's too often or not often enough, you can change the frequency, and you can also choose your preferences around topics of interest by clicking on the preferences link, so that you as the subscriber can get a better control of the flow of content that I'm sharing with you. So I guess it's a kind of orientation sequence where I'm just helping them understand that this is what you're going to get being part of my list. You're in the right place. These are the types of things I help with. And then I'll perhaps share a couple of examples of here's the types of people that just like you have joined my list and they've overcome this challenge or that problem. And this is what they do now and this is how they overcame it. So I'm kind of giving contextual information about, why joining my list was a good decision they made, and all I do is help them moving forward. The other thing that I like to remind people of is that they are in complete control of the communication flow between me and them. If they don't want to hear from me ever again, that's absolutely fine. I respect that. All they need to do is click the unsubscribe link and they're gone. And like I say, if they want to change the frequency or the type of content I'm sharing with them, they can also do that through the preferences link. So they've got complete control. I never want anybody to be on my email list who doesn't want to be there. Then I come down to this sort of part of my system here. So this is a conditional check. So if you remember back up here, I asked them a question. What was your main challenge in your business? Well, depending on how they answer that, let's say I've got three options A, B and C. The kit will determine how they answer that question, and depending on which one they chose, I'll then direct them down the appropriate path. So if they said my biggest challenge at the moment is challenge A, which was, let's say it's getting started, they'll flow into that. If they said it was B, which was, let's say, they struggle with the technology, it could be emails about that. And if it was C, let's say it was all about strategy, how to set up your email marketing system, it will flow down through that sequence. For anyone who doesn't answer the question, because some people don't, right? Some people don't engage with your email, some people don't answer a question when you ask them. So you must always have a default. So I've always got a default at the end, and they just go through essentially what's a more generic and less targeted sequence of emails that help them around email marketing in general and Kit specifically. But I can't really help them focus even deeper because they haven't shared with me what their main challenge is. So it's a kind of a more general email sequence that they get. Once that sequence is then delivered, so that might be another, it could be another few days, it could be another few weeks, depending on which sequence they flow into. They then come out of that, and I'll remove that tag. Remember that tag I set up at the top here, where I said DND, do not disturb them. So now I'm down here, I'm taking that tag away, so that they're now free to get other emails from me, in other parts of my system. I switch that back off, and then I drop them into what's termed as an evergreen sequence. So an evergreen sequence is, as the name would suggest, it's content that doesn't ever become outdated. It's as relevant next year as it is today. And I'll drop them into an evergreen sequence that's relevant to the problem they showed up with initially. So if they initially showed up saying they're struggling to get started with email marketing, I'll put them into an evergreen sequence that helps them with that. And then at the end, I literally, the end, they come out of that automation, and that's that onboarding sequence finished. So it's not that when people join my list, they just join a list and they sit there, and they get the odd random email now and again. That's not the way to do email marketing. Email marketing, you have to have a strategy. You have to have objectives that you set for yourself and your business, and you have to think all the time about the subscriber and how you can give them the best experience that they can have as being part of your list. And if you do this, and if you do it well, you're more likely to see your deliverability rates increase and your unsubscribe rates drop down because people stay on your list for longer. So yeah, that's my general design model for onboarding new subscribers onto my list. I do have nuances. I do have lots of different versions of this inside my platform. But essentially this is the same type of flow that every subscriber that joins my list goes through, and it, you know, in my experience it works well in general. I tend to have a good retention rate and a good open and click-through rate on my emails. So hopefully that might give you some ideas of how you want to design and build your onboarding sequence for your email subscribers too. Okay, see you in the next one. Cheers.